How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and today I'm going to be showcasing a 100% Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the potential system. And one of the main reasons why I'm super excited to show him off is because he has just like so much about him, and I feel like he's kind of underrated when it comes to just offensive capabilities. Because of course he is kind of overshadowed by Vegeta just because of how many counters he can get in. But one thing that I would imagine he is going to be very good at is just managing to tank a lot of super attacks because of how high his defense can get. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day as always. And if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. Now, to have a quick look at his defensive stats, I predict that it's going to be at least 80k. Okay, there we go, 81k. So he should be more than capable, pardon me, of tanking most super attacks for the most part. But the thing is, when certain bosses greatly lower defense, of course his defense is going to get lowered. That's how it works, and he's going to be tanking even less because of course his defense is going down. So it will be interesting to see how much that actually affects Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But for now, he should be fine. And without any crits, I feel like, to be honest, without any crits, I feel like his damage output is kind of low. But like, just saying that, it doesn't really matter that much because you already have a ton of counters with Vegeta Blue anyway. And the thing I'm very curious to see is how much of an increase units like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and of course Bardock are going to be giving Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So we have multiple scenarios to try out, of course. And that is my one with the boost from the Gohan. And to be fair, I wasn't paying too much attention to the attack stats of the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so I'm definitely gonna have to keep that in mind once I try him out again. And here we go. And let me know in the comment section down below if you have focused much on your Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta when it comes to the potential system. And I haven't seen too many at 100%. And of course, if you do have him at 100%, running him on your Omega Shenron team must be absolutely insane. And I was initially going to run him on that. So that's actually pretty crazy that his defensive stat can be that high without the 120% boost active from his own defense. And granted, he is getting a massive increase from the double leader skill, but going to take a few things into account once we get him to come back round. I believe he is going to come back round with the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I'm going to have to see. And I'm going to make a few tests once he does come back round, of course. And the Super Saiyan Blue Goku is just so damn good. Super Saiyan Blue Goku is also very good, but I definitely have noticed that when it comes to damage output, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, or Super Saiyan Blue Goku, I should say, doesn't really compare. So we do, in fact, have the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in this rotation. And does Gohan give a defensive boost as well? I'm pretty certain he does. Just to quickly double check, why is it going up? There we go. So 25%. His defensive stat is 90,000. So he should be able to tank super attacks as well, just because of the type advantage and of course because of the ability that allows him to take less damage from super attacks, or just any attack when he has a type advantage. But let's see how much he gets hit for here. I predict like 10k maybe less. 6,791, and his attack stat there was 1.4 million. Wow. Okay, so he legit just managed to tank a super attack for just under 7k. That is actually ridiculous. That is unreal. I can't imagine how much Cooler would be able to tank, because they both get the same increase. But the thing about Cooler is that he does have the Big Bad Boss's link, which gives him an additional 25% attack and defense, of course. Right, we should be able to get past the stage with relative ease. And we get the additional super attack. Okay, so my Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta just decided to come in clutch with the potential system abilities, and my one legit has like next to none. So that definitely was a bit of a surprise. Didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. Let's see if the friend one can actually do something. And of course, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta can somewhat tank because it gets a defensive boost. Nowhere near as much of an increase as the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, but it's still pretty nice. It would have been cool to see how well he could have tanked with a type advantage, of course, but it's whatever. And 400k, still no additional, and still no crit. Kind of worrying. Okay, surely he does have a high crit level. I'm gonna double check just in case. And where is it? Where are you at? There we go. I swear, I legit can't tap the button. There we go. So level 15 crit, as expected. I guess it's just RNG. Fair enough. And we're going to have Bardock and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the next rotation. So for the most part, we are getting a support unit every single turn. Of course, we haven't tried him out without a support unit, which is what I want to do, just to see how much of an increase he actually is getting. Because you guys have seen at this point how much of an increase units that are at 100% in potential system get. For example, SCR Super Saiyan God, Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta all get a 200k attack boost for the most part when it comes to being linked up with Super Saiyan 3 GT. And if we go ahead and do this, it gets an even bigger increase because of the Saiyan Pride link. And Bardock gives a 30% attack boost. Okay, let's go with this then. And let's just see how hard he hits him, because this is basically the best possible scenario, because most links are active here, if not all of them, apart from Saiyan War, of course. Which is a bit of a shame. But what can you do? We could have used Tora, but I believe he is going to be benefiting way more from a rotation like this. So Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, that is what we wanted. So 1.6 million, and I believe that with the Saiyan War link active, that will be very close to 2 million, without a doubt. Still no crits or additionals, without one in particular, but it's fine. And place Vegeta here. Very close to a Dokkan mode, most likely gonna get it next turn with the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which is what I'm counting on, of course. And I'm gonna get several counters in here with Vegeta. Man, I love this unit. It's just crazy to see how well he's evolved and how relevant he still is, to this day. Most of it comes down to the fact that he can counter multiple times now, and he could before, but the potential system just makes it even more broken, because it just, get past the type of advantages and such, and it just increases his damage output massively. It's just, like, such a broken mechanic. I don't think Bandai knew what they were doing when they made this card, but it's fine. He's still great. That's all that matters. Even before they release a new Super Vegeta, that's just, like, not as good, which would definitely be a massive surprise. To be honest, I think at this point, Bandai just can't go wrong, because they've been giving multiple units that 120 lead, and that basically guarantees that they are going to stay optimal. And here's the thing, like, by week, consistently putting the support units in the last slot, they're gonna end up coming back round. So I'm gonna have to position them to that. I'm gonna have to get the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta by himself at some point, but we are gonna get a Dokkan mode of him. And if you're still at this point of the video, let me know in the comment section down below how hard you're going to, how hard you think the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is going to hit with the Dokkan mode. I think it's going to get a crit for once, and 2.5 mil. Okay, never mind. He just can't get a crit. I don't know why, but he legit just can't get a crit. Okay then, so moving on to the next stage. And I think I'm finally going to have a rotation where I don't have a support unit in there, which is what I wanted, of course. Again, I just want to see... Wow, I messed up there. I really messed up here. Damn it, I could have taken all of them out. At least my Vegeta gets another additional, which is definitely possible. Come on, you got it before, but not this time. It didn't get a counter. What a scrub. Vegeta, on the other hand, he could definitely go in here. Additional, and he does get the additional. Vegeta coming in clutch, or Vegeta I should say, and he just hit harder than Vegeta there. It's fine. Oh, wow, okay. So, gonna stay here for one more turn, of course, but it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so this is no support unit buff. His attack stat with the boost from Gohan, I believe, is around 140k. So 1.2 million. So yeah, as you can tell, the boost from the support units add around 200k to his overall attack, with the Bardock a bit more because, of course, Saiyan Pride and the additional 5%. Gohan gives 25%, whereas Bardock gives 30, I should say. So this is my Vegeta. Okay, so I think it's pretty much established that with the Bardock, he gets an increase of 400k. With the Gohan, he gets 200k, which is pretty standard, but in comparison to my Vegeta, who just has the 3 potential system buffs, you can see that it's a bit underwhelming to see how high his attack stat actually is. And you have to keep in mind, in this particular rotation, he is getting the boost from Gohan, which is adding around 100k to his overall attack. But realistically, like, the difference between the pre-potential system buffs and let's go with this, the pre-potential system buffs and 100% isn't that much. The support units are the ones that are making the biggest difference when it comes to, you know, the 100% potential one, which just shows you the value of those support units. And again, still no crits. Goku did get the additional, but come on. 1.6 mil, so that seems to be the standard at this point. But just give me one crit, come on. He gets the additional, but it's just normal. Wow, okay. He legit doesn't want to get crits for anything. And of course, during the final stage, I'm going to try my very best to get super attacks, just to see how much the super attack does in fact lower his defense. To be fair, we could test that out on my own one as well. So, defensive stat is currently at 55k, but the problem with this is that as soon as he's out of rotation, his defensive stat isn't going to be like, isn't going to be there basically, because of course he isn't getting that 120 boost. But let's see if we can get super attacks at the very least, and we don't. Of course he doesn't get super attacks when I needed it the most. I don't necessarily need it that much. I suppose we can get an accurate measurement of how much our defense is lowered by when we get super attacks. Well, I know for a fact that we are going to get super attacks at some point, just a matter of who he super attacks. But I'm really hoping that he does super attack to one that is that 100% in the potential system, just so we have a better understanding of how much that actually increases his overall defense, pardon me. Alright, and he is getting a boost from Gohan here. Come on. Like, if you were to ever super attack, just make it now, and make sure it's Vegeta, of course. That's one. Oh, dear. I have no words. At least get a crit or an additional. Like, he legit just doesn't want any of the good things to go off. And he super attacks Goku. Well, it's pretty much over regardless, but I didn't find out how much greatly lowering the defense actually affects me by. I would imagine that it's like 50% or, you know, something like that, because that's what greatly lowering usually equates to when you are using units that do that, if that makes any sense. So if I was to take on an event, greatly lower his defense, I believe that your units that can do that are equivalent to around 50%. And when it comes to tanking super attacks, he is easily one of the best in the game. His defensive stats can get us like super close to 100k, which of course helps him out massively with a time advantage. He takes less than 7k from a super attack, which is just crazy. And of course, when his defense is lowered, he's going to be taking more damage. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. If you have him with several potential system buffs, let me know in the comment section down below and how well he runs on that Omega Shenron team. I hope you guys have a great day as always, and I will see you all in the next one.